Hansen. Count it. Mays, Gammer three. Melody Lalott. The exclamation point for Boise State. Live from Boise State University, it's Wednesday night women's college basketball action. Tonight, the Boise State Broncos hosting the Cal State University Bakersfield Roadrunners. Good evening and welcome inside ExtraMile Arena with my broadcast partner, former Boise State forward Shay Shaw. I am Mark Snyder. Tonight, the Broncos just the third all-time meeting against Cal State Bakersfield. The series tied at 1 apiece, and these two teams looking to keep the momentum going here in the early season. For Boise State, they are looking to extend their 5-game win streak on their home floor to start the season, but they'll have their hands full tonight, Shay, with Cal State Bakersfield and Nay Brown, the transfer from Canisius.
Yes, Nay Brown is a great shooter. She has NBA range, but when she can't knock her shot down, she's going to drive to the hole.
She's from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, averaging 14 points a game. Missed most of last year with an injury, but she's looking to get things back on track this season. When she does look to drive, she'll be running up against the Boise State block party, led in large measure by Abby Muse. Abby, third in the country in block shots. Boise State as a team also third in the nation blocking shots.
Abby's a force to be reckoned with. She's going to try and block everything that she can, and when she doesn't get that block, she's going to still be there and be a great turn away for the drive.
And Boise State seeing her averaging over 11 rebounds a game, so she has really exerting herself on the inside for this season. Boise State is looking to wipe clean the memory of a disappointing loss at Eastern Washington the other night by 21.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have to leave that one in the past and just focus on the present.
Well, to task at hand tonight, the Roadrunners from Cal State Bakersfield will have that one for you next on the Mountain West Network. Cal State Bakersfield and Boise State getting set to tip things off here from ExtraMile Arena. For the Roadrunners, Nay Brown, the junior redshirt from Toronto. Sophia Tugas, a redshirt sophomore from New York. Cassidy Johnson, 6'5" redshirt senior from Lehigh, Utah. Jordan Oliveras, guard transfer from Sac State. And Julia Riley from Granite Bay, California, 6'1" sophomore. The Broncos answer with Maya Hansen from Billings, a sophomore. Mary Kay Narrow, the senior from Beaverton. Trista Hull getting the start tonight. She's from Yakima, a 6'2" junior. Natalie Pasco, the 5'10" sophomore. And Abby Muse, the 6'3" junior we talked about earlier in the pregame show. And the tip controlled in the backcourt by the Broncos with Mary Kay Narrow across the timeline. Bakersfield will press and be physical. Also going with a little bit more size tonight with Riley up front. Underneath, the ball taken away, and that was a bugaboo against Eastern Washington. Shay, too many turnovers by the Broncos.
Yes, and that's exactly what Cal State's going to look to do, is they're going to look to push the Broncos and make them turn the ball over.
Tugas from Glens Falls, New York, off the mark, and the rebound, long rebound to Maya Hansen. Bakersfield shoots 25 threes a game. There could be a lot of long rebound opportunities for Boise State.
Yes, Broncos, just a little bit too tough of a pass. A little more arc to it, and that would have been a nice, easy bucket.
Not a good start for Boise State. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. We were talking with Coach Mike Petrino earlier this week, and he said they really have to cut down and be more, value the basketball more. Here's Brown outside for 3. That's an air ball.
She's going to look to take her shots when and wherever she can, so you can expect to see a lot of those flying up. Maybe not air balls, but a lot of the threes.
44% from long range for the junior from Toronto, Canada, and the transfer from Canisius. This is Hull getting the start tonight, too strong off the back rim. And Oliveras with the ball. She'll fire from the top. It's blocked, but comes down to Tugas. And the rebound pulled down by Maya Hansen. Neither team able to get anything going here in the early stages.
I was just, I saw it before she saw it. I saw MK wide open cross court, and
She buries the triple, and Boise State up 3-0. Brown narrow on her. Tough defensive assignment. Tugas off the mark. Johnson underneath puts it in. Cassidy Johnson, the transfer from the University of Pacific, with her first two.
6'5". You're going to have to box her out and try to get around best you can.
Hansen in the lane with the runner. Curls in.
It was a little bit of a slow drive, which kind of used to her advantage, but I like it.
Maya Hansen averaging almost 9 points a game for Boise State. Here's Brown. Gets the return pass. She's got Pasco on her. Now Oliveras drives on Hull. Shot clock at 7. Brown from the hash mark. Deep three. Too strong.
I said NBA 3 earlier. She's going to toss it up there.
Hansen with her third rebound already. She drives and drew the foul. Nice aggression that time by Maya Hansen.
Yes, and that's exactly what the Broncos need to do, be aggressive and attack the basket.
Watch it again. Draws the foul on Oliveras. Our officials tonight, Nicole Murray, Darren Kresnick, and Bill Lawrence. And Sage Ortiz checks in for the Roadrunners as Hansen hits the first free throw. Maya 71% from the stripe.
Broncos have been struggling for the free throw line, but I think they're on the up. They're on the up, and they're starting to knock them down. Probably a big emphasis in practice.
Gives the Broncos the 5-point lead here in the early going first quarter. Riley, sophomore from Granite Bay, California. Here's Brown, back to Riley. Boise State forcing Bakersfield outside. Tugas will try the three. Too strong and narrow with the rebound.
Trista's got to look for herself there. She's
Maya Hansen, sorry.
That works. That works too.
The deep three for Maya Hansen, and it looks like Maya has things well in hand here in the early going. Broncos up 8. Here's Brown. Hansen with 7 points here in the early going. Riley outside. Boise State playing really good defense right now. Not giving any penetration, and that was a concern, was the ability of this Bakersfield team to drive the lane. Tugas with the off-balance runner doesn't go, and another rebound for Maya Hansen.
Great defensive possession.
This is Natalie Pasco on the baseline, threw it away. Brown with the steal. Doesn't have the numbers, so she'll set it up. Third turnover on Boise State. As Brown gets the screen from Johnson, but gives it up instead to Tugas. Johnson has it stripped away. Riley recovers. 6 on the shot clock. Hansen taken away by Abby Muse.
Wow. She literally just took that out of her hands.
Hansen, who's hot, 7 points. Gets the screen up top, and then there's a whistle, and Ortiz will be called for the foul.
Armbar, when she's coming off that screen, she can't keep her hands on her. It'll be called every time.
Maya Hansen with the move there. She is being much more assertive here in the first quarter, Shay.
Yep, she's looking to take control of this game, and I like it.
The sophomore from Central Catholic High School in Billings. Trying to wash away the memory of that disappointing loss at Eastern Washington a few days ago. Down low for Muse, outside Hull, open jumper, buries it. Nice inside-outside game.
That's pretty. Perfect inside-outside game.
Muse with the assist. Broncos up 10. Riley outside right. Bakersfield in the all-black with the yellow trim. Tugas, nice move to lose Muse, and then airballs it. Johnson saves it. No, she doesn't.
Million dollar.
Boise State. Maya Hansen leading the way with 7. Broncos up 10 here in the first quarter. Broncos off to a quick start, leading 12-2. Shay, what are the keys to tonight's game?
So for Cal State Bakersfield, they want to be physical and get to the basket, and they want to make the Broncos force some turnovers. For Boise State, they want to move past their mistakes and box out effectively.
Well, right now they're out rebounding the Roadrunners 7-3 and shooting 4 of 5 from the field. Pasco makes it 5 of 6 with a triple.
That was pretty. I like the way she shoots. It's a really pretty shot.
Pasco on the board, her first 3 points, and the Boise State lead is 13. Here's Brown, still scoreless tonight. Into the game, Amori Porter from Glen Burnie, Maryland. She spins, blocked by Narrow, taken down by Hull, and Boise State with another block and possession.
That was great defense by MK. Keeping her in front and getting her hands up.
1 assist away from the 5th place by herself in assists in Boise State history as Muse has that one drop out. Can't get their follow to go. And Porter clears the glass. Oliveros cut off nicely by Narrow. Gets it over to Ortiz. Now, excuse me, Brown, but they're going to call an offensive foul. A bad screen set by Bakersfield's. I think it's Oliveros got called. No correction, it's Jordan Brooks in the game. Now, for the first time tonight, we see Elodie Lalott and Danny Bays check in for the Broncos. Hull and Muse will get a break with 3:15 to go in the first quarter. Pasco looking down low for Lalott. Good post position. Little trouble with the dribble. Kicks it out to Pasco. Offense a little stagnant right now, this possession. Pasco with a baseline move. The floater, too strong.
No one was really moving. That wasn't the best offensive possession.
Narrow with the rebound off the Porter miss. Guns it quickly to Danny Bays. Head fake, drives, pulls up, buries it.
Nice. They're expecting her to shoot it, so that's a great move. Shot fake, one dribble pull up.
The sophomore from Brisbane, Australia, all freshman team last year in the Mountain West, extends the Bronco lead to 15 inside 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Brown 0 for 2 from the field, working on Pasco. She'll launch the long 3. That's off the iron. And the rebound pulled down by Alyssa Christensen now in the game. The transfer from the College of Southern Idaho from New Plymouth, Idaho. Brown the other way. Drives past Bays, goes with the left hand, curls it in.
We can expect her to start being a little bit more aggressive and trying to get her team back in this game.
That's only really the first time Bakersfield's been able to get inside on this Boise State defense. And it came in a semi-transition. Bays outside to Lalott. Pasco spins and gets it out to Christensen.
The Broncos' spacing right now is a little bit off.
Narrow, too strong with that short shot. And Oliveros the other way. Narrow on Brown. Nay to Porter. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Porter drives past Christensen but can't get it to drop. And Christensen with the rebound.
There was 0 help side by the Broncos, so that was a wide open drive.
Wide open 3 for Danny Bays. And that is the assist from Mary Kay Narrow, and that is now her alone in 5th place in Bronco history with 373. Congratulations to MK, the senior from Beaverton, Oregon. Oliveros off the iron. Rebound tipped free, picked up by Christensen. Here's Pasco, 2 on 3. Pasco spins, hits.
Ooh, I like it. A little trick move up in there.
Coach Greg McCall's Roadrunners in danger of being run out of the gym. Down 22-4 inside 20 seconds here in the first quarter. Shot clock is off, so Brown dribbles it near midcourt. Drives past Lalott, goes with the right hand and scores.
The drive's open if they want to take it.
Narrow, the deep three at the horn is off the mark. A good first quarter for Boise State, leading the Bakersfield Roadrunners 22-6. Second quarter comes your way next on the Mountain West Network. Mary Kay Narrow, the senior leader, now 5th all-time in assists by herself for Boise State. And that senior leadership can really settle things down, can't it?
Yes. As a senior, just you've been here for a while. You can kind of calm your team down and control the game.
Clark has that one knocked out of bounds. Jada Clark, Alyssa Christensen, Maya Hansen, Danny Bays, Elodie Lalott, the 5 on the floor for Gordy Presnell. Now the horn sounds and the officials coming over to the scorers table. I'm not sure what the question is. Maybe it's a shot clock. Did it reset perhaps when it shouldn't have because there was no change of possession?
They just changed the possession arrow.
Right. Well, Boise State got the ball. Actually, it should have been Bakersfield's possession to start the second quarter because the Broncos won the tip, but nobody caught it, and we're 14 seconds into the quarter, and now will they just do a do-over?
Maybe. Honestly, I've never encountered this, so I don't know.
Mary Kay Narrow, of course, my obligatory reference to her Hall of Fame grandfather, former Portland Trailblazer coach Rick Adelman. And so there's a lot of basketball smarts. There's Greg McCall in his 12th season, the winningest coach in Bakersfield history at 160 wins. And he's got some good bloodlines. His daughter plays for the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA. His other daughter is a coach at Stanford. You've heard of them. They kind of play some women's basketball down there.
Oh, yeah.
And his son, Justin, played at Cal State Bakersfield and plays professionally in Bulgaria. So the apple didn't fall far from the McCall tree. He's in his 12th season, assisted by Xavier Johnson, Zach Grassmick, Grant Bingham, and Jasmine Dixon. They're going to give the ball to the Roadrunners, and they're going to let the clock stay where it is. Possession arrow favors Boise State, so maybe it's not a correctable error, and it's nothing to see here.
I think they just had to
let it go,
fix it and give them the ball.
Devastating screen by Johnson, crumples a Bronco, Maya Hansen to the deck, and then a bucket for Bakersfield, and the foul for a three-point opportunity. As we watch this one again, Hansen just runs into Johnson, and then the reverse layup by Oliveris.
I don't know that Lalott fouled her.
The free throw rattles out, and Hansen with another rebound. That is her 5th. That equals her season high, set against Riverside earlier this season. Maya with the ball out front. Past Oliveris, pulls up from 8. That's off the window and good.
That's a tough shot. Hidden off the backboard. But way to be aggressive and keep it up.
9 for Maya Hansen. Season best is 12, also against Riverside. There's a drive on the baseline by Oliveris.
That was a miscommunication right there. I think Bays was expecting Lalott to help and trap.
Shot clock down to 18. Plenty of time for Bays. She buries the 3.
Can't leave her open.
But you notice Bakersfield taking advantage of Abby Muse not being there and going inside much more with the big shot blocker on the bench getting a rest.
Yes, they're being aggressive and getting to the basket, and the help side isn't there because I feel like the Broncos are normally relying on Muse to be there to get those blocks.
Off the window for Morgan Edwards, a sophomore from Hawthorne, California. Broncos now 5 of 6 from three-point range, 10 of 16 for the game. The Roadrunners just 6 of 20 from the field. Foul outside called against Morgan Edwards. Played 30 games last year as a freshman. 12 points against UCLA in a early season matchup.
I've played them. UCLA is tough. So props to her for having 12 points. That's great.
Hansen outside, sets up the screen with Lalott. Looks at Elodie, gives it back to her in the lane. Nice dish, but Lalott can't get it to go and touched it last.
Just a little bit of a softer touch on that.
Lalotte's footwork has gotten so much better over the years, but she was sick a little bit this season and isn't really back in game shape to where she's comfortable with some of those shots. The drive by Oliveira's no good. Elodie shooting just 42% from the field. Her percentage historically is much better. Outside, Christensen, long three is off the mark, and Oliveira's with the rebound.
A little bit of a quick shot, but still a good one.
Oliveira's will go to the line as Lalotte gets called for the foul.
One could argue the foul was before the shot. Well, we'll see right here. She's going into it. Never mind.
Second team foul on Boise State. Abby Muse checks back in. And Mary Kay Narrow also back in the game.
Maybe we'll see the Roadrunners not driving as much with Abby there, but we'll see.
Their leading scorer, Brown, is on the bench right now. This is Danny Bays, the Aussie. She'll fire from three, just a little short. Ortiz has the ball come to her.
It's a little bit of a quick shot for her. She's a little bit more, likes a little more time.
Looked good, but just a little short. Here's Edwards up over Muse, who may have gotten a piece of it, and collects the rebound. Quickly, Boise State runs. Maya Hansen. Bays, she sets, she fires. Too strong. Narrow with the board. Maya Hansen recovers. Down low for Muse. And she is fouled by Johnson down low. Had Johnson on her hip. Johnson didn't know which way she was going to turn, and Abby drew the foul.
Johnson was playing defense with her back.
Yeah, which is not
and
really effective.
Abby.
Yeah.
It's not effective. You got to see the ball.
Cassidy Johnson played softball and volleyball at Lehigh High School in Lehigh, Utah. Natalie Pasco back in for Danny Bays. Maya Hansen gets a rest. And we see for the first time tonight, Lindsay Larovich, 8 points against Eastern Washington, played a season-high 19 minutes in the loss. And coach is very impressed with the way her game is coming around.
Yeah, I think we'll see some good things from her, and maybe she'll get some more minutes and keep stacking them up.
Abby, 1 of 2 from the line. Her first point. 2 rebounds and a block tonight. Now the Broncos with a token three-quarter, now half-court press. But the Roadrunners break it easily and set up the offense, trailing 28-15. Underneath, Johnson with the left hand. Got behind Abby Muse and laid it in.
She kind of just threw it up there and she said, go get it. Here's the easy bucket for you.
Edwards pressing in the backcourt. And Narrow into the front court. Larovich, Muse, they'll give Abby that shot. She'll take it. Misfires. The rebound by Edwards.
Still a good shot. Still want to see her take more of those, to be honest with you.
Broncos have missed their last 4 shots, but still have the comfortable lead. And welcome to Abby's place.
Block party.
So we see this one again. Oliveira says, I got a layup, and Abby Muse says, I don't think so. Would you care to reconsider?
Her arms are just so long, you think you're going to have a free layup, and you just get blocked.
Brown back in the game. Oliveras guarded out there by Pasco. That's way off the mark as the shot clock was expiring, and rebounded by Boise State's Trista Hull. Broncos trying to get their offense back in gear. Missed their last 5 shots now. Pasco tries to end that streak and curls off, but rebound Hull is good. Trista Hull inside with her 6'2" frame.
They're missing a lot of threes. They can kind of drive to the basket and get the ball, they get the scoring going that way.
Breaks a 3.5-minute drought for the Broncos. Pull-up jumper right side. Brown is an air ball. Tried to shoot that over Muse and shot it too high. Now here's Hull across midcourt. Gets the return pass from Narrow.
Ooh.
Tries to thread the pass down low, but there's a whistle away from the ball. Foul on the Roadrunners as we watch Boise State. Danny Bass spots and fires. Well, Boise State lighting it up from the outside now, 5 of 10 from three-point range as everybody's getting into the act. Maya Hansen there with that one. Now back in live action. The layup is no good by Larovich, but Hull picks up the garbage and puts it in.
Was it a pass or was it a shot? I don't know.
Hometown scoring, you give her the assist. Broncos up 32-17. Brown at the free throw line. Spins away from Hull and scores.
Can't get turned around.
I say you cannot take your eyes off of Nay Brown. Now 2 of 6 from the field. And Trista Hull on top to Larovich. Lindsay at the top. The jumper by Hull is good.
I like it.
Straddled the three-point line, so it's only a 2, but
extending her range.
She has yet to attempt a three-pointer this season, and that was about a foot away from her first. Here's Edwards on the drive. Skids to a stop. Gets it over to Ortiz underneath. Easy layup for Jordan Brooks, the 6'3 junior from Apple Valley, California. Her first bucket of the game.
There's some little miscommunications that are happening by the Broncos that are giving Cal State some easy buckets.
Coach has talked about communicating, especially defensively, as one of the things they needed to work on, and Abby Muse rolls off the rim, but she drew the foul on Jordan Brooks. Brooks, a shot blocker. She blocked 49 shots last year at Victor Valley Community College, leading them to their first conference title since 1997. So shot blocker against shot blocker, and when you go up against a shot blocker, you want to take it right to their chest.
Mm-hmm. That'll make them foul you.
And that's exactly what happened there. And Abby Muse with the first of 2 free throws. Seems like Abby's been here forever. She's just a junior.
I know. COVID's given everybody extra years.
Rolls that one in, and the Bronco lead is back to 15. Edwards up top, and Larovich regains the defensive pressure. Here's Johnson spinning from the free throw line. That's short. And Abby Muse with the rebound. Her third of the game. Narrow in the corner to Lindsay Larovich. From Gig Harbor, Washington's Peninsula High School, and taken away by Sophia Tugas.
It was a good drive. She just kind of lost it at the last second. It's like she goes hard and then last second decides, oh, I need to go a little bit soft to the basket.
Edwards on the weave outside. Long 3 for Brown is nothing but air. She's 0 for 3 from long range.
She's going to keep shooting, though.
Shooter's got to shoot.
Yep, exactly.
Tatum Thompson checks in for the first time tonight, the 6'1 sophomore from Woodinville, Washington. Elodie Lalott also checking in for Boise State. Muse, Hull, and Larovich sit. Pasco checks back in as well. Thompson takes no time, goes straight to the hole and scores.
Athleticism. I couldn't do that, I'll be honest. I couldn't stay in the air like she does.
Watch her make this quick move to the baseline. Johnson with across the arm, and
I swear she just like floats and just has enough time to figure it out.
Thompson suffered an injury last year, sat out the first 10 games or so of the season, but once she came back and was able to play 20 games in double figures, 14 of those, she's quite a talent.
Yes, she is. Still has some of those freshman mistakes, which comes from not playing as many games, but she's learning.
Maya Hansen wins the ball back for Boise State as Edwards kicked that one around, and on the alternating possession, the Broncos will get the ball. Edwards will sit, and Porter checks back in from Glen Burnie, Maryland, the D.C. area. 18 points in their last outing against Omaha, so she can light them up. But right now it's the Broncos with the ball. This is Thompson. Tatum drives, dishes in the corner. Hansen, narrow. Good ball movement, but couldn't get it to drop. Hansen with the rebound. Now a career high tonight with 6.
Really good ball movement by the Broncos, looking for one another and just playing as a team.
Pasco with the left hand.
Nice.
Bakersfield doesn't know where to go next defensively. 4 of the 5 Broncos touched the ball that possession, and Pasco got the layup.
Who do they stop?
Riley got his step and scores. Off the dribble beat Pasco, and there's one of those young mistakes. And there's another mistake. Narrow hit Pasco in the back with that pass. Under a minute to go here in the first half. And the Bronco lead is 17.
They're just going to keep weaving back and forth until they see a pocket to drive for an easy layup. And that pocket, I have a feeling, is coming up soon.
Riley, guarded there by Pasco with 8 on the shot clock. Fires from the top for 3 and buries it.
Okay, not a layup, but a 3.
But it took her almost the entire first half to hit her first triple. She's a 44% shooter from long range. About a 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock as Boise State will wind this one down. Narrow up top. Thompson sets the screen, but Narrow goes to the right. Hansen in the corner. Down low for Elodie Lalott, doesn't get it to go, and Porter clears the rebound. And Bakersfield will look to run. Tugas cut off on the baseline and traveled. Good defense by Tatum Thompson to force the turnover. That is the 4th turnover only against Bakersfield, and that will end the first half. Boise State, probably their most complete half of the season, as they lead 40-26, getting contributions from lots of people. Maya Hansen leading the way with 9, and the Broncos up 40-26 on the Roadrunners here on a Wednesday night at ExtraMile Arena in Boise. Halftime activities come your way next on the Mountain West Network. Boise State on top of Cal State Bakersfield 40-26 at the half. With Shay Shaw, I am Mark Snyder. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday night. The Broncos have pretty much led throughout, jumping out to a 10-2 lead to start things out, Shay, and really have dominated here in the first half.
Yeah, the Broncos are low-key killing it. They're being aggressive. They're shooting the shots that they want to shoot and taking advantage.
Shooting 45% from three-point range, 5 of 11 from that range, 48% overall. And the number at the bottom is one that I think the coaches are going to be extremely happy about and would like to continue in the second half. Only 4 turnovers in that first half.
Yeah, I was a little scared at when they first came out the game. We had 2 back-to-back turnovers that didn't set the tone very well, but the Broncos switched it up and started taking care of the ball.
Boise State's largest lead tonight was 19. They went on a 14-0 run to get some separation, and with the exception of a three-pointer near the end of the half to give Nay Brown 9 points, they've pretty much kept the leading scorer for Bakersfield in check.
Yeah, they're doing a great job making her take shots that are kind of towards the last seconds of the shot clock, so she's kind of got to just throw them up there and hope they go in. They haven't really been going in whatsoever, but Broncos are doing a great job of forcing her outside of her range.
Maya Hansen doing it all tonight. 9 points lead the Broncos, but also 6 rebounds, which is a new career high. She came out early and aggressive.
Yeah, she's looking to get the ball and get to the hoop and do what she needs to do to get a win and kind of leave the game that happened in Eastern Washington behind them and turn over a new leaf.
Boise State getting balanced scoring. Trista Hull with 8, Danny Bays with 8, and Natalie Pasco with 7. I don't think as much the coaches can complain about at the half.
No, I think they're getting a lot of praises up there, but at the same time, there's still a second half.
Right.
And they still need to keep the aggression up and play how they want to be playing.
Boise State up at the half, 40-26. Come back to Boise, will you? We'll be right back. At the half, Boise State leading the Roadrunners from Cal State Bakersfield 40-26. And Shea, Boise State came out guns a-blazing in that first quarter, especially lighting them up from three. Were 5 of 6 from three-pointers in that first quarter. Cooled off a little bit to 1 of 6 in the second quarter, but everybody came out firing.
They did. Everyone was looking for their shot and just stepping into it very confident. And it really felt like they knew it was going in. In the second quarter, they didn't really feel, I didn't see them taking the shots that they wanted to. It was kind of more, oh, I'm open, okay, I'll take it. But gotta love it when we're knocking them down.
In transition, Mary Kay Narrow there. Danny Bays 2 of 4 from long range for Boise State. Narrow 1 of 2, Pasco 1 of 3, and then Christensen missed her first. And then on the other side of the coin, Nay Brown started out cold, frustrated by this Bronco defense, but finally came to life late. She leads the Roadrunners with 9.
She wasn't hitting her shots, so she started to attack the basket and brought her team back up a little bit. And seeing the ball go through the net usually leads into something else. And towards the end of the second quarter, she finally found her shot and hit a 3.
This three-pointer, late in the quarter with 36 seconds to go, giving her 9 points. She is a leading scorer for this Bakersfield team tonight. Nevada trailing Weber State inside 2 minutes, and Fullerton leading Fresno early on. The other Mountain West teams in action tonight. Broncos up 40-26. Halftime continues next, live from ExtraMile Arena on the Mountain West Network. Well, before the tip-off to tonight's game, Gordy Presnell was honored for his 200th career win at ExtraMile Arena with a win against UC Davis a week ago. And you played for Gordy, Shea, and he's a man who doesn't like the spotlight, but in this case, he sort of had to grin and bear it.
Yeah, he really does not like being the center of attention, and it's kind of, I think, why he's like the head coach of the team. They can have the attention, but he deserves it. He's a great coach, and love the man.
Dr. Marlene Tromp, the university president, athletic director Jeremiah Dickey. There's Coach Presnell with his lovely wife as he was given the ceremonial ball. He is now 200 wins and 79 losses on the ExtraMile Arena floor, and of course the winningest coach in Boise State history overall. 340 wins, 229 losses in his 19th season here with Boise State, and really he has brought so much stability to this program.
Yes, I played 4 years for the man, and he really is true to his game, and he likes what he likes, and I like playing for him.
And you look at his coaches staff, I mean, they've been with him for a long time as well. A lot of loyalty there. And he's an outstanding recruiter. Just look at the talent he's put together on this team.
Yes. Oh, man.
Boise State, a little trouble there with the balls in the net. Let's check out how things go. Boise State, a tough one against the Big 12 BYU Cougars in Provo coming up in 3 days. They will take on BYU before returning to ExtraMile Arena on the 12th for a noon tip-off against Rocky Mountain College. And then UC San Diego and San Diego both coming in on the 20th and the 21st of December. And then Mountain West play opens December 30th at Laramie, Wyoming.
That'll be tough back-to-back. You're going to have not even a full day to recover and scout the next team. So that'll be a tough match. That'll be some tough games.
When we look at what the Roadrunners have next, they will return home to play Pepperdine, a team that Boise State beat here at ExtraMile Arena. And then they will host Whittier College, UC San Diego, as their conference season opens in the Big West. And then UC Irvine for a conference game coming up, as well as the regular season, the conference season getting set to start. And this is another important non-league contest as Gordy Presnell and Greg McCall get their teams ready for the regular season.
Yeah, that's getting ready for season and right around the corner.
Broncos with Hanson, Pasco, Hull, Muse, and Narrow, the original 5 starters on the floor. Possession will be to the Bakersfield Roadrunners in their road blacks. And there's the horn as you see the Roadrunners gathered around their head coach, Greg McCall. Tough season last year, 3-17 in the Big West, just 8-23 overall, but some injuries and, you know, Sophia Tugas was a medical redshirt her first year, but came back to play 29 last year. Nay Brown missed most of last season with an injury, and they had their leading scorer hit the transfer portal from last year, so a little bit of a rebuild this year for the Roadrunners, and they would like to get the second half off to a good start here at ExtraMile Arena. This is Tugas. Skip pass cross court to Riley. Her jumper over Hull is off the mark. And the rebound by Natalie Pasco.
Interesting that the Broncos chose to switch that screen. I wouldn't think they would want to switch that because it does cause a really big mismatch.
Pasco with the runner at the free throw line. Pasco now with 9. Very balanced scoring for Boise State. Hanson and Pasco each with 9 points. Both sophomores, so the future very bright for this Boise State squad.
Yes,
Johnson in the post.
They are young.
Here's Brown. Riley at the top with 10 on the shot clock. Oliveras drives, scores.
There was 2 Broncos there, but no one stepped over to help or take a charge or anything.
Hull down low, spin, scores.
That's an easy bucket for her. Give it to her. All day, every day.
10 points, just one off her season best of 11 against Rutgers from the Big Ten in that Las Vegas Thanksgiving tournament. Ball deflected. Brown gets it off the window and scores. She's got 11.
She's starting to heat up.
Brown now 4 of 9 from the field. But answering the other way is Natalie Pasco. And now she's in double figures with 11. Season high of 21 against UC Davis. Here's Brown. Hesitation dribble, drives, gets it up over Muse and off the window. Nice move.
That was pretty. I don't know how that went in.
Maya Hanson too strong. Abby Muse into the corner for Hanson. Narrow. Muse with a good post-up position with the left hand on the assist from Narrow.
They're trading bucket for bucket. The Broncos need to buckle down and get a stop.
48-32. Abby Muse now with 5. She clears the rebound. Here comes Narrow. Broncos look to run. Narrow takes it all the way and scores.
Can't stop her when she gets going like that.
And a timeout taken by Cal State Bakersfield. They see the Broncos bust out to a 48-32 lead. Third quarter on the Mountain West Network. Sophomore Natalie Pasco leading Boise State with 11 points, 5 of 8 from the field, and she's getting it done inside and outside. But the drive, the aggression to the basket, she's really showing tonight.
She's looking for herself and asserting her dominance and just showing what the Broncos can do.
Brown at the top. Porter checks in for the Roadrunners. Oliveras. Swing it near side to Brown. Hanson on her. Shot clock at 9. Skip pass to Porter. Guarded there by Hull. Brown gets past Hanson. Floater scores.
I could not see what happened. The board was in front of me, but I think she just tripped.
Hanson answers with a triple. Maya says, you beat me off the dribble. I'm going to bury the long-range jumper. Hanson now with 12. That equals her season high. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're all right. I thought the Broncos were in the zone, but they're just playing off of them a little bit, making them shoot the 3.
Narrow to Hull running the floor. Outside Pasco. Good ball movement again. Here's Hanson. Narrow. Spots for 3. Spins out. But Hull racing for the rebound. Very aggressive. Corner. Pasco thought about it. Said they work it out to Maya Hansen. Shot clock at 10. Gets the screen from Hull. Beats Johnson off the dribble. Finds Trista. Hull drives, runs into Johnson, and loses the ball out of bounds.
That was really good ball movement by the Broncos. They're really looking for one another and sharing the ball and playing great team basketball. They didn't get a score, but that's kind of the ball movement you want to see.
Just the 5th turnover of the game against Boise State. Oliveras around to Brown.
It is a zone. It's just a soft zone, I think.
Johnson misses with the left hand. Abby Muse with the rebound. Well, that is her 6th of the night. Outside, Pasco drains the triple.
Her favorite spot to shoot from. That was pretty deep in the corner, too.
Broncos' biggest lead at 22. Riley in the lane has that one partially blocked, and the Broncos looking to run. Muse, backdoor cut. Hansen wasn't there. They dish it in the corner, and Porter breaks up that pass. But Narrow quickly looking for that corner 3. Pasco was set up there, but Porter knocked the ball out of bounds.
I really like the ball movement of this 5. They're really looking for one another and seems to be always looking for the another person.
Always make that extra pass, get your teammate a better shot. Pasco draws the foul as she drives baseline. Cal State Bakersfield has spent a lot of time on the road this season. Last game was 9 days ago in Omaha, Nebraska, so maybe a little road weary. Broncos up big here in the 3rd quarter. Maya Hansen started this game off on fire. 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from three-point range, and she is a key to this Boise State success this year.
Yeah, she is, and especially in this game, she came out firing and wanting to be aggressive and taking ownership and owning the floor.
Pasco hits the first, short with the second, and rebound pulled down by Jordan Brooks. Corner, Brown, 3 hits the side of the backboard. Ball ricochets to Abby Muse.
She's going to keep shooting. They're going all over the place, but shooters still shoot.
7 of 12 from the field. Here's Hansen drives. She draws the foul. Whistled against. And Sage Ortiz, the sophomore from Porterville, walk-on last year, earned a scholarship, and her nickname is Scrap, and that sort of defines the way she plays. She got caught with her hand in the cookie jar there, however. And Maya Hansen hits the first free throw. Hansen, a 71% free throw shooter. Hits them both, and the Bronco lead 59-34. Ball knocked free, but Brown recovers for the Roadrunners. Played 2 games in Brooklyn. Played Long Island and New Mexico State in Brooklyn. That outside jumper, good for Brown.
Last one hit the backboard, but this one hit nothing but net.
She's got 18 above her season average. She had 28 points against Long Island University. Brooks with the foul. 3rd team foul. Broncos narrow to inbound in the corner to Pasco. Cut off. Dishes it on top to Hansen.
They missed Trista on the roll. She was wide open.
Abby Muse, it doesn't go, but she'll go to the line on a nice feed to the cutter, and Abby looking to take it strong to the basket.
Nice strong move through the contact. Just rolled out.
Abby hits the first. Boise State now 61-37. As we might look to see Boise State, Gordy Presnell empty his bench a bit. Danny Bays gets set to check in for the Broncos. High post to Freeman now in the game, Garrison Freeman. And the ball knocked away, and it'll go to Boise State. I think Pasco will leave. No, it is Roadrunner ball.
I thought it was their ball. I didn't. Abby hit it last, but
Narrow and Hull leave. Pasco now has been in double figures every game this season.
starting the season off right.
15 tonight. Brown outside with 3 on the shot clock. She drives, blocked by Abby Muse, but they whistle foul against the Broncos. Abby gets called for the foul. To check this one and see where she got Brown.
Yeah. I feel like Brown was falling to the ground before Abby even touched her, but she still did jump into her, so there's the foul.
Pasco has now hit multiple three-pointers in every game this season. And Maya Hansen with her 14 points. That's a new season high. Brown now with 19 points, but nobody else really doing much of anything for Bakersfield. She's got 20. But the Bronco lead is 61-39. Danny Bays. Back to Hansen. Seems like Bakersfield's defense picking up a little higher now. Trying to create some turnovers and some easy buckets, but Boise State being very patient with the ball with 10 on the shot clock. And there's a turnover.
You
Porter.
just had to say they were being patient with the ball.
Porter, step through, scores. And now the press by the Roadrunners. Bays sets the offense down. Boise State is a different club without Mary Kay Narrow on the floor. You can just see it in the way the offense comes together. That one skips off the iron, but it's run down by Pasco. I think developing a second point guard to run the show when she's not in the game is something that Gordy Presnell is going to have to work on with his coaching staff.
I think Maya Hansen is almost there. I think she just needs to be a bit more vocal about it, and I think that'll kind of set her up to take charge on the floor.
Julia Riley, the sophomore, with the foul. Abby Muse leaves. Christensen replaces her. Abby with 7 points and 8 rebounds tonight. And Hansen continues to add to her point total. She and Pasco now co-leaders with 15 in 19 minutes of play. And that one spins out. Lalott tips the rebound out, but Brown runs it down. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Broncos leading by 21 here against the Roadrunners. Porter. Ortiz. Brown, that one skips off the iron. And Danny Bays, a strong rebound.
Great rebound, and she looked to push the ball immediately, which is what you want to do to get your offense going.
Christensen creates some space but can't get it to go over Riley. Did a nice job to back down Riley and get some room to shoot, but left it short. Freeman swings it to Brown. Riley corner, the lefty on the way, skips off the iron. Porter fighting for the rebound and loses it out of bounds. She and Danny Bays battling for it in the far corner. And the pressure again. And this is where your point guard needs to take charge.
Mm-hmm.
And Maya Hansen does it.
key to breaking a press is getting the ball to the middle.
And they get it down low to Christensen. Nice pass from Pasco on the wing. Bakersfield pressed but didn't get back quickly enough.
So one disadvantage of pressing.
23-point Bronco lead, under 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Bakersfield will retain possession. Morgan Edwards, a sophomore from Hawthorne, California, checks in, along with Oliveris. Edwards gets the inbound pass, but it's tipped by a very alert and hustling Natalie Pasco.
Yeah, way to have your hand in the passing lane. It's exactly where it should be.
15 on the shot clock, coming back in. Oliveris, Bays on her, drives and drew the foul from Danny, who doesn't think so. But
I don't think so either.
But Nicole Murray is the one whose opinion matters the most, and she whistled Danny for the foul. Let's check it out there.
Yeah.
May have gotten her across the forearm.
She kind of dips into her, making Danny kind of come forward a little bit. So that's where the foul.
Oliveira is familiar with playing in success here in the City of Trees. Led Sacramento State to the Big Sky title against Northern Arizona in 2022, playing downtown Boise at it used to be CenturyLink Arena, now Idaho Central Arena, the home of the Big Sky men's and women's basketball tournaments. Broncos with 23 seconds to go. Lalott gets behind the defense and puts it in softly off the glass.
Gotta love an easy layup.
Bronco lead is 23. Shot clock off, under 10 seconds. Oliveris. Edwards, baseline, over Lalott. Rainbows, no. Rebound, Maya Hansen. And that will end the third quarter. That shot did not go. And Boise State leading 66-43 as Elodie Lalott kisses it off the glass. Boise State in charge. Natalie Pasco, 15 points tonight. Has been in double figures every game. The sophomore from Danville, California. A big reason why Boise State leads by 23 as we have just under 10 minutes to go in this contest.
She's a force to be reckoned with. You can't stop her. She's going to do what she wants to do. Score from wherever she wants to score from.
Pass down low for Lalott. Spins, can't get it to drop. Rebound, though, Christensen. Kicks it out to Hansen. Bays for three. Left wing. Skips off the iron. And Freeman with the rebound. Oliveris. Freeman with the right hand, and she draws the foul. If they get into a running contest, you do not want Garrison Freeman on the other team. Set school records in high school in the 100, 200, and 400 meters. So she truly is a road runner.
She's fast.
Beat. She's at the free throw line. The redshirt sophomore from Las Vegas hits the first. All Big West academic and all freshman team last year. So looking to make her mark this year. She's got her first 2 points of the contest. And the Bronco lead is 21. Hansen beats the pressure. And here's Natalie Pasco. Bays open for the three, but instead gets it down low for Christensen. Jumper is off the mark, a little strong. I think she rushed it a little bit, had more time than I think she thought she did.
Yeah, I think so too. She's a little taller than everyone else too, so she could take her time if she wanted to.
Three-pointer by Edwards from the near corner is good. Just the third three-pointer of the game. They're now 3 of 16 from three-point range. They shoot about 25 a game. Bays spots for three. She likes that spot, and she nails it.
She does like that spot, and she's going to drain it if she has enough time.
Danny Bays now with 2 of 6 from long range. She's got 8 points. Oliveris, Freeman. Oliveras for three, and she hits another three. Bakersfield, 2 straight triples. But it might be, as they say, a little too late. Christensen, 8-footer is short, but that's because she was hit on the elbow and couldn't follow through properly, and she'll go to the free throw line. From New Plymouth, Idaho, a transfer from College of Southern Idaho, where she was a 10-point and almost 7-rebound-a-game scorer. Season high of 10 against the College of Idaho. Goes to the line for her first attempt tonight.
She's tall, but she can shoot it. So just because she's outside the three doesn't mean you can leave her open, because she will drain it.
College of Southern Idaho in Twin Falls, a well-known basketball school, so anybody who plays there is ready to play major college basketball, and she stepped right in seamlessly to this Bronco team.
Yes, she did. Stepped into a team where no one's really left, so she's the only newcomer. That's kind of hard to do.
Edwards outside the arc. Brown back in for Bakersfield, has the ball. Runner from the top of the key is good.
That's a very far runner, but she has it down.
22 for Brown. That is 6 off her season best. Boise State leads. We have a timeout on the floor from ExtraMile Arena. Boise State up 71-53 in the final 7:34. A little bit of a rally here by the Roadrunners, but narrow in the backcourt trying to break the press. Coach McCall directing his team, and now here's Danny Bays as they break the press successfully. Pasco right side for 3, skips off the iron, rebounded by Thompson, missed it, gets the follow, and it's knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Roadrunners. So it's Thompson, Lalott, Pasco, Bays, and Narrow on the floor for the Broncos. Hitting the offensive glass. 37-20 rebounding lead for the Broncos. Corner 3, Mary Kay Narrow drains it.
What an interesting pass. From the opposite block, a bounce pass to MK. She drains the 3. We like it.
Narrow with 8 points. Boise State 9 of 19 from long range tonight. Here's Brown trying to add to her 22 points. Oliveras launches the 3, skips in and out. Freeman with the rebound, and she's fouled by Danny Bays.
Foul on Danny Bays. Second personal, team foul 2 on the Broncos.
So see that foul there on Danny Bays. Just the second team foul on Boise State, and Freeman back to the free throw line. Hits the first. So very balanced scoring for Boise State tonight, shooting over 50% from the field. And as a coach, Shay, you've got to like when your team hits better than 50%.
Oh, yeah. I know Coach B's going to be very happy about that.
Holding Bakersfield to 40% from the field, which is still better than their season average, but there's a turnover. Riley comes down with it, the lefty. And Bays steals it back. Bays with Riley to beat. Draws the foul. Danny Bays with the steal and the layup attempt. She's now hit 3 3-pointers tonight, and that's the 9th time in her career she's hit 3 triples. Watch this one again. Good anticipation.
She was ready for it. She saw that pass coming and anticipated and stole it.
Danny with 11 points tonight. Scored in double figures 12 times last year as a freshman. Muse checks back in for Lalott. With 6.5 to go, the Bronco lead is back to 20. Freeman to Brown. Weaves out top. Got checked out there by Muse. Edwards. Brown kicks it out. Knocked away by Narrow, but run down by Oliveras. 8 on the shot clock. Oliveris drives over Thompson, missed the shot. Good defense, but then a steal by Oliveris took it away from Muse, who was looking to make the down-court pass.
Muse has to be aware of who is behind her as well.
And then Abby fouls her on the drive. Turnover number 8 now against Boise State. Watch the drive by Oliveris, and there's the foul with the body by Muse.
Oliveris did a great job of using her body against Muse.
And hits the free throw. Bakersfield just 1 turnover here in the second half, 5 for the game, so they've done a really good job because they average 15 a game, so they've done a really nice job tonight.
Yes, they're being smart with the ball, smart with their passes, not forcing anything.
Thompson to Narrow, 5:42 to go. Bronco lead is 18, make it 21. As Danny Bays hits another triple. She's got 15, along with Pasco's 15. Brown outside.
They're really spreading the floor. Yep.
Thompson with the foul. And this is what we expected to see all game long. The coaches for Boise State knew that Bakersfield was going to try and spread them out, spread the floor, and drive to the basket. It's taken with 5 minutes to go in the game for them really to execute that game plan, however.
Yep. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't see this earlier because it's working. They're getting the basket. They're not scoring at the basket, but they're getting to the free throw line.
Boise State balanced scoring. Hansen 15, Pasco 15, Bays 15, Hull with 10, 8 for Narrow. So very balanced scoring for Boise State, and they lead 78-59 as we approach 5 minutes in this one. Bays fires, airballs that 3, and Oliveris with the rebound. Broncos expect a much sterner test as that airball by Brown, and Narrow fouled on the rebound by Edwards. Broncos expect a much stiffer competition, perhaps, when they go down to Provo to play BYU on the 9th. Of course, BYU in their first year in the Big 12, coached by the former Burley High School coach. And Amari Whiting, the player of the year at Burley High School, playing for her mom. And, of course, some interest with Boise State fans is Jace Whiting, a starting guard for Boise State's men's team, is the son of the BYU coach.
Broncos will have a good matchup over there.
That will be a good one, yeah. BYU playing really well this year in the early going. Beat Utah the other night. Brown outside. Guarded there by Tatum. Thompson, who knocks the ball away. Bays will sit. Lavarovich checks in. Lavarovich seeing a little more extended minutes tonight. Brown drives baseline past Lindsay. Kicks it in the corner, and Lindsay with the steal. Gives it to Narrow, back to Larovich. And here comes Boise State into the forecourt. Pasco, baseline. Shot is blocked. I think Riley got a piece of it. And now Brown. Head fake from 12 off the window. No. Follows her shot. Gets it to go.
I saw a little stutter step.
She's got 24. But nobody else in she and Oliveris both in double figures, but that's the scoring. That's what we expected. Brown and Oliveris to be the leaders, and that's exactly what's happened tonight. Both average double figures on the season, and they're there tonight. Abby Muse doesn't get it to go, but she drew the foul. The blocking foul whistled against Freeman.
Freeman's heels, I think they're right on the line. Let's see. Yep, she's still in that arc, so it's going to be a block every time. But if she were outside of that arc, it would have been a charge.
Caitlin Burgess in for the first time tonight. also played at College of Southern Idaho. She's from Auckland, New Zealand, a 5'8" redshirt senior. And Jada Clark also checks in for Boise State. Abby Muse with the first of 2 free throws, giving her 8 points tonight. She's 6 of 7 from the line, just 1 of 4 from the field tonight. Short with the second one, and Edwards with the rebound. Glides into the forecourt. 3:10 to go in this one. Boise State up by 18. Edwards drives off the side of the window, and Thompson with the rebound. Here's Clark. Muse gives it to Burgess. Thompson spots for 3, drains it.
3 for double team.
Everybody gets in the act.
There. That's the first time I've seen someone in the help spot for the Broncos.
There's a 2-pointer for Edwards. The help was there, but Edwards shot over it.
Hey, it's because she saw the help.
She's got 7 tonight. Pass underneath, too tall for Abby Muse. It goes out of bounds. In for Boise State, Allie Heckman. And Sydney McQuieter, the senior from Keller, Texas, the Boston College transfer. And Allie Heckman, the redshirt sophomore from Burns, Oregon. Seeing some action tonight. Edwards, shifty with the dribble. Gets it out to Tugas, who's been quiet tonight. Brown outside, guarded by Clark with 10 on the clock. Gets the screen up top from Johnson. McQuieter picks her up, turns her around, forces the pass out to Edwards, who missed that at the shot clock buzzer, and the air ball turns the ball over to Boise State.
Great defense. Great defense.
Porter checks in for Brown. Brown played 65 games at Canisius. She's very comfortable playing at a high level. But her effort tonight not good enough for the Roadrunners, as Boise State will improve at home to 6-0 this season and 7-2 overall with a road trip to Provo upcoming. The drive by Clark, the little runner curls over the front iron.
Nice little soft touch, like it.
Broncos shooting 52% from the field. Ortiz into the corner. Porter rises and fires. It's an air ball. Rebound pulled down by Heckman. And now a whistle, and
Timeout, Boise State.
Boise State will substitute as Mackenzie Narrow checks in.
Mackenzie Narrow.
And this is a new season high for Boise State in points with 84. Their previous was against the College of Idaho when they scored 77 points in the season opener a month ago. So improvement in that 30-day span.
Improvement in threes.
Yeah. Burgess drains the triple.
Adding another one.
87 for the Broncos. So we approach 30 seconds in this one. Porter. Edwards drives a high off the glass, gets her own rebound. Tugas buries the 3.
3-point field goal, Sophia Tugas.
Her first points of the game. She was 0 for 6 from the field up to that point. Shot clock off. It's just a matter of holding on to the basketball and walking out of here with a victory over the Big West's Roadrunners from Bakersfield. Burgess will let the clock wind down. The appreciative crowd sees their hometown team win 87-66. Shooting 53% from the field and 12 of 24 from three-point range. And Boise State now 7-2 on the season. good, solid win all around, Shay.
Yeah, so it was great team basketball. They honestly just looked great out there, to be honest with you.
We're expecting a couple Broncos to join us courtside. Natalie Pasco, one of them, and Maya Hansen, two big reasons why Boise State pulled off this win tonight. Maya Hansen with 15 and Natalie Pasco also 15 points.
Sophomores just dominating, taking control.
Boise State now 6-0 on their home floor this season to start the year. Tossing commemorative basketballs to the crowd. And Natalie Pasco and Maya Hansen arm in arm skipping towards our broadcast location. We'll talk with one of the sophomore stars for tonight's game, Natalie Pasco, joins us. We'll get that headset down so we can hear you. Maybe. Here we go. There we go. We'll get that fixed up. Natalie Pasco, a very strong game right out of the chute. Was the goal to sort of wipe free the memory of that Eastern Washington game?
Yes, definitely. We knew we just had to come out strong after that loss and just show what we had.
You came out with a lot of aggression early on, really sort of set the tone. What was your mindset coming into tonight?
We just know we have to keep moving forward, take it one game at a time, just learn from our losses and our mistakes, and just keep moving forward.
Did you have fun?
Yes, lots of fun.
It looked like you were having fun out there, just playing and flowing with the game. It didn't look like you were stressing and just shooting your shot and doing you.
Yeah.
6 of 11 from the field. As a team, the Broncos shoot 52% from the field, 50% from three-point range, but also more importantly, really cut the turnovers down. How much of an emphasis from the coaching staff was just taking care of the basketball tonight?
Yeah, it was a big point for us to just take care of the ball and just not kind of slow down, not rush things, and it gets us wide open shots. So I think we did a pretty good job tonight.
Overall, 6 games in a row, winning at home. What's the mindset of this club?
Just keep moving forward. Feels good to win, and so just keep learning from our previous game to take it to the next game that we're playing.
All right, Natalie Pasco, 15 points tonight in the win. Boise State, congratulations.
Thank you.
And good luck down in Provo against BYU.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we will have Maya Hansen join us. As Maya also a 15-point night. Let's get that microphone a little closer to your mouth so we can hear. There you go. Maya Hansen, another one of those sophomores. Maya, you came out with a lot of energy and really asserted yourself in the first quarter. What was the mindset you had coming into tonight, especially after that Eastern Washington game?
Yeah, it was just coming out strong. We had a tough game against Eastern Washington, and that was just great motivation for me, I felt like. I had to have a great game, our whole team to have a great game, so I was just motivated to come out here. It was another opportunity to get to play basketball, so who doesn't love that?
4 of 5 from the field, very efficient tonight. What do you think you did well tonight?
Just being aggressive, looking to score, just finding your own and then finding passes for others as well, because when you're aggressive, that's when you open up looks for yourself and for your team.
I agree with that. I was commenting on how aggressive you were being the whole game, and what do you think that your favorite part of Boise State basketball is?
Just playing for each other. That's what we've been for. That's what we're here for, is to play for one another. This is a great opportunity to play for a team. This is one of my college is kind of your last couple of years of playing for a team. It's definitely hard to think. I have a long time though, so no need to go there. But yeah, it's just being able to be out there with 4 other people on the court and having how many on the bench, just knowing you're playing for each other and playing for them, and that gives me motivation, and it just makes me excited every time I get on the court and get to play for Boise State.
We can tell. I love it. I love to see it.
The enthusiasm is obviously there, and it's really a young group. You've got a couple seniors, you've got a junior in Abby Muse, but the super sophomores, if you will, you and Danny Bays and Natalie Pasco, you're kind of growing together, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. It's definitely, you could tell through the years, just getting closer to each other. It's another year with each other. Each day by day, we grow, getting better as a team, both on and off the court.
and now a tough game down in Provo coming up against BYU. Do you allow yourself to look forward, or do you relish this one a little bit first?
Yeah, you can take it in for a little bit. Yeah, I always try to take it in, think of what I could do better, what I did good throughout these games today, and then next day move on and on to the next one.
All right, well, Maya Hansen, 15 points on a very efficient 4 of 5 shooting and 5 of 6 from the line, a solid overall game. Oh, and by the way, 7 rebounds as well. Not bad for a little guard, right?
Nice, yeah.
Maya Hansen, one of our guests tonight, is Boise State with the big win. Let's take a look at the final numbers for tonight's game. The Broncos shot the ball extremely well, Shay, almost 53% from the field, and as we said, 50% from the three-point line, and out-rebounded Bakersfield, took advantage of their size with a decisive lead on the boards.
Yeah, the Broncos were aggressive on and off the boards. I think the second chance opportunities kind of gave us that extra oomph to our game. Turnovers, we're a little high on the turnovers, but overall, I think the Broncos did a great job of taking care of the ball and getting the shots that they wanted to get.
Hansen with 15, Pasco with 15, Bays with 15, 10 for Hull, 8 for Muse, 8 for Narrow. Very balanced scoring for Boise State. And if you look at the Cal State Bakersfield, well, they really had 2 players lead the way as Nay Brown finished 24 points on 10 of 19 from the field, and Jordan Oliveras 18 points on 5 of 13, but nobody else with more than 7 points, as Boise State played extremely well defensively tonight.
Yeah, they kind of stopped them and made them take the shots that they didn't necessarily want to take.
Held Bakersfield to 5 of 20 from three-point range, and you know, when you can hold a team to 25% from deep, that certainly is going to be good as well. As Boise State now improves to 7-2 on the season, they head down to Provo to play on the 9th. Next home game here at ExtraMile Arena, December 12th, a noon tip-off against Rocky Mountain College. I want to thank my broadcast partner tonight, Shay Shaw. Congratulations to Boise State for a big win tonight, 87-66, as they beat Cal State Bakersfield here on a Wednesday night in ExtraMile Arena at Boise State University. For our entire Mountain West Network crew, Mark Snyder, thanks for joining us tonight, and have a pleasant evening from Boise, Idaho.